It's Friday. Hello, it's Emma. And I've come to you from our dispatch centre over in our Upton site. And we are going to go over our Christmas offerings and the bone broth thing that we didn't do last week. So, how many of you have heard about bone broth? How many of you tried to make it? Have you even bought it? You can buy it. There's various. Way, my phone is off. Various different companies out there that do make some, and you can make it yourself. So it is a long process to make bone broth because it's the time that it takes. It's not the preparation because it's really easy to make, but you can make bone broth using any type of bones, and it's a really beneficial thing to add into your dog's diet. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can buy store-bought, you can buy it in a powder form, or you can make it yourself. This is the one that we sell. This is the bone broth that we sell. This is beef. You get beef, chicken, or lamb. And this is a really easy product that you can open, keep in the fridge, and then you can put it into ice cube trays and keep it for later on. It's quite a liquid kind of broth, but it is still good for them. And what we've got in here is really no more than the ingredients that I'm going to give you now as well. So this, although they are more expensive, this is probably the easiest way to get bone broth into your pet's diet because it's ready made and it's done for you. These retail around about £10-12 and you end up with 500 mils in there. So yeah, do you make your own bone broth? That's what I'd like to know. Now, my mum does, Nettie does. I've got her recipe here. It is the most simple thing to make in the world. You just need patience and time. So you can use any bone, so you can cater it for your dog. So say your pet has a particular allergy and you're trying to avoid a particular protein, you can do that. It's brilliant for that. You can choose a mixed bones with it if you want to, or you can just choose one protein source. You can use chicken, you can use beef, lamb, you can use turkey, you can use venison, and they have to be raw to start off with. And what is a really good way of bones to use, like the knuckle bones or maybe a marrow bone, that is a great thing that you can add in, and that will give you extra gelatin in the broth. And the gelatin is the bit where it's all jelly-like. Some broths are a bit watery, some can be more jelly. You know when pork pies at olden days, if you make your own pork pie, they have a jelly in them. That's kind of like the jelly consistency we're looking for. And all you need are the bones. You need some apple cider vinegar because that helps to extract the nutrients from the bones. And then you also just need water and a nice big pot that is big enough so you can put the water over to cover the bones. And that's it. You can add extra bits in if you want for extra nutrition, so you can put some vegetables in there, but it's not necessary and you certainly don't have to. And keeping it nice and simple is a really nice way that you can look after your pet and give them, you know, exactly what you're giving them. The thing is, it takes a long time to make, which is why we have an easy alternative. However, you put the bones in a large pot, like a slow cooker, or a large pot on the hob, and then you add enough water to cover the bones completely. You add the apple cider vinegar to the water, and that helps to pull out the nutrients from the bones. So that's a really essential part of the recipe. And literally, we've only got three ingredients, and you've got a nutritious and delicious bone broth for your dog after a few hours. Okay, so slow cooking, you need to bring the mixture in up. You boil it up to a boil, and then you reduce it down to simmer. And then if you're using a slow cooker, you can just set it to low. And then the broth will be simmered for about 24 hours. So that's what I mean. It's going to take the time. So it makes the whole house smell like bone broth. And it does, if you've got chicken bones, they'll create the broth quicker. If you've got beef bones, you might end up 2 days to make it, which is what I mean. You have to keep an eye on it. It's quite arduous in that sense. The ingredients and the preparation, easy peasy. You just got to look after it whilst it's on the stove. So if you are going to put any vegetables in, you put them in at the later stage of making it, otherwise they just end up as a mush, and then you end up with nothing of them. And then when you have made the broth and you're happy with it, and first time off, usually, there's so many things, I could do it differently or I could change it. So it's a bit of a trial and error thing, but it's almost a free recipe. So it's almost a free thing to make. You can use the bones left over from your meals even. They don't even absolutely have to be 100% raw bones. You can use cooked bones. So if you've got a roast chicken, you can put that in and make the bone broth using that. So you put the bones in a large pot slow cooker. You cover the bones with enough water, and that's really important. You keep an eye on that to make sure it doesn't dry out. And then you add the apple cider vinegar to the water. And you don't need much. You just need a couple of tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar, because that is what's going to help to extract the nutrients from the bones. Once you have once you've finished cooking it, you're going to strain it. So you're going to strain all the bones and all the bits out. That's all going to come out of the broth, and then you're left with a clear, translucent kind of liquid in a particular colour. Might be sort of browny sort of colour. Then you let it cool, and then once it's cooled, you just scoop off the top layer of fat. Then you can throw that away, and then let the broth cool down before you give it to your dog. So no matter how long you've cooked it for, even if you haven't ended up with a lovely jelly-like consistency, don't worry, it's still nutritional. Dogs won't have any side effects from having it. You just make sure you're not going to give those bones that are left over. So everything that's in the pot then gets discarded. So you scoop it all out, or you strain it off, and then it's discarded, and you won't be feeding anything that was part of the ingredients apart from the jelly that's left over at the end. And you can store it in your fridge for a couple of days, or you can freeze it, which is the easiest way I find of using it. You put it into ice cube trays, and then you put it in the freezer, and then you've got it for whenever you want it. And you can put it in their food as a little frozen lump. It will be absolutely fine. But what's the point in giving bone broth to them? Either you buy the shop bought or you make your own. You're adding extra minerals and collagen-rich vitamins into your pet's diet, and it really helps to support your dog's gut and their joints as well, because you're getting the good part of the chondroitin and the glucosamine out of those joint bones, and your dog will be ingesting that in the bone broth. Sounds like something that we should also be taking. If you made it for them, you could make it for yourself. So collagen, that's the main part of it. That's really good for us as well. If you can make it from the cleanest bones that you can find, then that's fantastic. I mean, as in animals that have had a nice healthy life. So the animals that we use are all red tractors. So you're using our bones, that'll be absolutely fine. And then the apple cider vinegar is the part that pulls out the essential minerals and the collagen from the bones. So the jelly is usually what you end up with once it's cooled, and that's what you can use in your pets. And then you can have a certain amount. So it's a really good thing to give to convalescing pets as well, because it's nice for their tummies and it's really easy to digest. And if you've got a dog that's not interested in eating, a couple of days, if they're not having any proper food, anything that they're going to digest, a couple of days of bone broth, especially if they're recovering from abdominal surgery or something like that, that sort of thing won't go amiss. Bone broth will be really good for them, really nutritious, and help them to recover nicely. And literally, that's the thing, is amazing product with only 3 ingredients that your dog or your cat will absolutely love. And once you've made it, you keep it, and it will keep until you need to feed it. So keep it in the freezer, and then you've got it until you need it. So I would definitely think about using a bit of bone broth if you would like to in your pet's diet. So it's good for humans as well as dogs. So if you make it at home, you buy the chicken from the supermarket, you can use that to make your food. If you use our food, because we make food not fit for human consumption, so we buy it in and it is fit for human consumption, but because we bought it, it's category 3, you would then have to use that just to make your pet's bone broth. You can't use that for your consumption. But it's something that, it dates far back. It's like a medicinal broth, sort of comfort food as well. And you can use it as a base for stews and for soups. And it provides many benefits to all parts of the body for your pets, because bones are full of goodness. and glucosamine, chondroitin, you've got hyaluronic acid, collagen, anti-aging properties, joint health nutrients, really important, and it will help with joints, skin, hair, and lots more. And like I say, if you haven't got the time to make it, you can buy it. And there are some companies that turn it into a powder and then you wet the powder and serve that instead. Obviously, the best bone broth would be the broth that you make at home for your pet, because not only have you made it for them, you know what's gone into it, and not only that, you've put lots of love into making that for your pet as well. But the gelatin that's in that, that's the jelly, is really good because it provides the liver with glycine, which is an amino acid. And it's really good because the liver is the part of your body that helps detoxify everything. It really assists your liver in detoxification. People also use it to help manage symptoms of things like leaky gut. So using the particles in the small parts of the bone broth, it will help to filter through the gut and plug those holes and help your pet to recover from a situation like that. And once you've got their gut working nicely again, something like this is something nice to give them now and then. You can give it on a weekly basis, monthly basis, and the pets will enjoy it. But it can help with leaky gut as well, which is where the body system sort of lets parts of what's in the gut leak through the gut to make the pet poorly. So it can also be connected to things like allergies because of that. But bone broth, mum makes it. Mum thinks it's brilliant stuff, but like we say, we buy this one in as well because it's so easy for you. So that's the bone broth side of things. Don't forget, it's so easy to make. We can put something on our website on how to make it. I think a few people have asked about it. I don't know how people have got on with it that have made it themselves. My recollection when we made it is that it takes a long time, so you do have to be patient. But with only 3 ingredients, bone broth is an amazing addition that you can give to your pets to help boost their meals, and they'll really enjoy it as well. So definitely think about that. What else we've got for you today is Christmas. I have got a little posse behind me of people and Christmassy bits and pieces that I wanted to show you today. We've got our stockings back. They are back on our website. You will, some of you have already found them. Thank you. So starting off at the bottom end, we've got Ronnie. This is our Ronnie reindeer. This is some of our treat pieces, and he's just in a cute little package ready to go. And lots of dog walkers sort of buy these for their clients because they're nice, a little thing to hand on, a bit of fun as well. So that's Ronnie reindeer. He's very cute. You get yeah, that's just the beef meat in there. So you get that much. So it's a nice little cone, like a little sweet cone, but for dogs. So that's Ronnie reindeer, and you'll find him on our website. Have a look for him, and that's just beef in there. So there's nothing else added, just dried meat, just beef meat, which we put into a little cone for a bit of festive fun. So that's our first thing I'm going to show you today. We've also got our stockings. So we've got 2 sizes of stockings, and there's also a little sack on the website which I forgot to bring up with me, so I will show that to you on our stories. But this is one of our Christmas stockings. Now, how beautiful is that? It is full as well, packed up with lots of treats, and these are full-size packs of treats in here, so you're getting really good value for money in a lovely stocking. And this can be reused again and again, and some of the stores have got these empty as well, so if you don't want to buy the treats inside, you can go and pick up one of the stockings. But there's a very limited supply on those, obviously, because we've got loads of these stockings already going out. So in here we've got some tripe sticks, stinky sticks, a whole pack of 200 grams of those. Oh, look, a pen. And some of them have got vouchers in as well, which is amazing. What else? Sprats. A whole packet of our full-size sprats, 150 grams of those. Beautiful. Loads of good things with sprats. Dogs absolutely love them. And the last... Oh, no, we've got more. There's not just one more thing in here. We've got some cow ears. So we've got 2 dried cow ears. A nice treat for them to have that's not too smelly, so that would be okay on Christmas Day in the home. And we've also got a little string of sausages. So they are in there as well, which is amazing. So I didn't realise those were in there. So that's a nice extra surprise. So you'll find the sausages at the bottom. We've got the cow ears. We've got the dried sprats. And we've got the stinky sticks as well. They've almost filled this up too much, so we can't fit it all in. So that's the stocking. And this is the sort of medium-sized stocking, and you'll find it on the website. Not only that, we've dropped in a pen and a voucher as well for you to use in store or online, and just get in touch with us. If you can't use it online, get in touch with us on the phone and we can redeem it for you. So how beautiful. Those are medium-sized stockings, and you'll find those on our website, and I'll link them in stories later on Instagram as well. So I'll find those for you. So that's number 1. Number 2, actually, because we've already had Ronnie, haven't we? Okay. And then we also have this one, which is proving to be incredibly popular already. As you can see, it's absolutely massive. Look how big that is. I haven't even got enough room on the screen to show you how big this stocking is. And this one's been really popular already as well. Okay, let's see what we've got. So you've got a lovely reusable stocking in a nice red Hessian sack, so really rustic and pretty. And it says on there, presents are to be opened on Christmas Day by strict instructions from Father Christmas. So beautiful stocking, drawstring top. And in here we have got 3 beautiful pig ears. They love those, don't they? Pig ears. We have got 3 tasty pork rolls. These are great because although they can be a little bit greasy, you can actually, if you've got the right ones, you can stuff them with the mince, and then you can put them in the freezer and then give them as a treat with extra mince in. We've got sausages, 10 sausages. So we had the sausages before. We've got 10 little sausages in there. Nice and tasty. They'll be the ones that we sell in the bags as well. So those are the sausages, and they are pork. So they are these ones. So we get them in bigger packs than this, but they are pork, and they are made of 91% pork. So they are made from completely pork. And then we've also got our beautiful sprats full of omega-3, really tasty. Dogs love them. You can use these as a treat. You can use these as an addition to their raw food. So these are really, really good for any dogs and cats. And next up is some puppy-sized piece of dried meat. So this is really our only dried meat that we've got now. And this is the one that we've got in here. And you get a whole 500 grams in this stocking, which is huge. This is an amazing gift for that doggy in your life. Last but not least, stinky sticks. So a whole full-size bag of stinky sticks as well. So you've got weeks and weeks of treats in this stocking. Absolutely loads. Stinky sticks, dried meat, 500 grams, 150 grams of dried sprats, 10 delicious pork sausages, some pork rolls, pig skin rolls, and 3 pig ears as well. Who is not going to love that? Even if you had 2 dogs, they could share that, couldn't they? So that is found on our website as well. And that is an amazing deal because you get the beautiful stocking included in the price. Now I'm debating whether or not we open this, because do you know what this is? This is one of our beautiful Christmas Eve boxes for dogs. So we have packed this up for you already. So it's almost like a bit of a surprise for you and for the dog, because there's going to be a toy in here. But you won't know what it is until your dog opens it. And we really wrap it carefully, so there's minimal amounts of plastic used. You would take this off before you give it to the dog. And it does say on there, Doggy Christmas Eve box, so you can put your dog's name on the other side of it as well. That's all ready for them with a pretty bow. And then when you give it to them, just take the plastic off, and then they will unwrap it. So we've got here, it's got a cow ear in there. So that's your nice big treat. So when they get it open, that's what they settle down and rest with once they've played with the toy and eaten the other little snacks in there. And we haven't filled this up too much because we don't want to make your dogs poorly, and we want them to be able to enjoy it. So they haven't got it all in one go. So you can even go in and take some of it out, but that's the biggest part in there, the cow ear. You've got a toy in here as well. You've got sprats in here. You've got some dried meat. You've got a rabbit strip. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is a treat, which is 100% rabbit. You've got one of these in here as well. You've got a couple of nice, really big treats in there. And you've got some pork spaghetti as well. So, and a lovely toy. So it's a random selection of toys. There's they're all of a decent size, but small enough to fit in the box nicely without getting crumpled up. So that is the Christmas Eve box. Have a look on the website. I think you'll find it for around about £12. And once they're gone, they're gone. We've got limited stock of these. They're already going to be selling really soon. We've got lots of people on the waiting list for them as well. So once we've got them up and running on our website, which they should be really, really soon, they'll be ready for you to take home. And we're going to set them up in the stores as well. Talking of the stores, we have got Pamp Hill open up late on a Thursday coming up at the end of November. So last Thursday in November, the Pamp Hill store will be open till 7 o'clock, and then the following the 7th of December as well. So that will be fun. Come and join us. We will have a bit of a percentage off. We'll have the Christmas bits and pieces as well, and that's at Pamp Hill, which is just based above Wimborne. And that's late night shopping on a Thursday for those of you. And then I'll go through who else we've got at the back here, and you'll be able to find all these on our website. So let's have a look. I want to know which one is your favourite as well. So this little guy, this is a gingerbread man cookie. He's a nice size. And on the back he says, "Have a jolly holly Christmas." And he's lovely and soft. And he does squeak. And he's got a cute little scarf on. So he's on our website. You can find him online. What else have we got? We have still got some of our snow dogs as well. Not very many of these left now because they've been very popular. We managed to get them again. But these are some snow dogs on the website. Again, does he squeak? Not this one. Maybe he's not supposed to squeak. Oh, yes, he does. He has got a squeaker. What I like about these, though, they've got the rope legs on them. And you can even pull these apart slightly and put some treats in there if you wanted to for a bit of enrichment. So you can use their ropey legs. Sounds mean, doesn't it? Sorry, Snow Dog, but the rope, the twists in their legs, you can put treats in, and then they can enjoy finding those and putting them out. So he is on our website as well. That's the Snow Dog from the Snow Dog and Snowman film, and my kids love that one. We've got a jumbo sprout. He's called a Sprouticlaus. There's a few of them online. He's quite cute. I brought him out because he was really popular before, so you might like to see him. That's Sprouticlaus, and he's a good size. Look, you know, good size, about the same size as my head. Pretty big. We've got a very cute Christmas tree. This guy here. Again, most of these squeak over Christmas. The toys over Christmas, but I just love the look on his face. He looks incredibly happy to be a Christmas tree. And his little legs as well. So he's on the website. You'll find him online. Our website's nurturingbynature.co.uk. I think this little fella is probably one of my favourites because he looks like he'd be quite happy sat on your bed as well. But this is actually a dog toy. It has been made for dogs, so there's no bits that come off. The little buttons on there, they don't come off. They're sewn in buttons. His fluff and his nose, they're all sewn in, so there shouldn't be any bits that come off easily unless your dog's really destructive in immediate times. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't want to buy dog toys like this because they're going to destroy them," but that's part of the fun for the dogs. You watch them, they love it, you know. And you quite often enjoy watching them, even though you've just watched him rip up the money that you just spent on it. But honestly, part of having a soft dog a soft toy for your dog is that they're going to destroy it. So just have to sort of suck that up and realise that might happen. But some of them they absolutely fall in love with and they carry around everywhere and they don't even hurt them. So he has got a squeaker as well, and he's got a very lovely beard, and none of these parts come off. They're nice and pet safe because these are all sewn on. He hasn't got eyes, you can't even see them, they're under his hat. So there's his backside. He's very cute and squishy. So I'm sure there'll be a dog out there that will love him. Something slightly tougher is this one. So if you have got a really destructive chewer, this one is supposed to last a bit longer because of the fabric that it's made from. And it feels lovely and it looks very festive. And he has got a squeaker as well. So that's a candy cane. And this is a good one. This is a bit of fun, and it doesn't even just have to stay around for Christmas, does it? This can come out again. This is a reindeer-shaped snuffle mat. Let me move his little hat part out the way, and you can see him. So it's a snuffle forage mat in a reindeer shape, and even his nose. This is nice. Look, even his nose splits up, and you can put a treat inside his nose. The dog will snuffle that out. And you've got the whole of his head and his reindeer and his antlers and the whole of his face you can hide little treats in. And the perfect treat to go with this would be something like this. This is the dried meat because it's small and it's going to get into all these little gaps and they're going to have to work really hard to find all the pieces. So using that alongside that would be a really great move. So he's really cute. Mr. Rudolph, the reindeer snuffle forage mat. You'll find him on our website on nurturingbynature.co.uk. So it's nice ideas for Christmas here today. We've got a couple more. I'll say that they're my favourite to last, and then we've got these two guys. Hello, this is a bungee reindeer because you let go of his arms and they spring around. So he's a bit of fun. You can shake him about. The dog seems to quite like him. He has got the antlers. Don't know if they'd last very long, but he is slightly tougher corded material, so hopefully he might not give up the ghost straight away. Squeaks again, little feet on there. They put a bit of effort into this. He's quite cute with his little corduroy outfit on, and that's quite a nice tuggy sort of toy, and he feels really sturdy and tough. So hopefully that will last a little bit of time. The tie might come off potentially. That might be the first thing that goes, or maybe his antlers, but there's some parts of this is quite tough actually. And I like the corded material that he's made out of. I think that's a bit different. This guy's really cute with a little smiley face, and again you've got the rope on here that you can hide the treats in, so that's quite nice because it's got sort of, you can kick it around, you can throw him around because he's ball shaped. He does have a squeak, yes he does. And his party animal, Christmas pudding. And you'll find him on our website as well. But what I like about the toys with the rope in is, again, you can get those treats and you can tuck them into that hole where you can just untwist this slightly like this. And then you can get, it's a bit tricky, but you can get in there and put some treats in the gaps in the legs like that, or in this rope part, put the treats in there, and then the dogs will have to sniffle that out and work a little bit harder. And he's got a lovely holly hat going on, his little Christmas puddingness. So he's super cute with his little ruby cheeks. He has got a little smile. Can't really see it very well on the camera, but he's got a little smile as well. So he's a nice toy. You should find him on our website. And these are all, once they're gone, they're gone. So we won't be getting any more stock of these. So the stock online is it. So if you do like the look of any of these Christmas toys, then please get in touch. If you can't, we can reserve it for you. If you really know that you want it, we can do it for you. But this one's my favourite. These little pair of gingerbread twins. Little girl and little boy. And they have a little squeaker as well. And the dog can hold it in the middle, and it's nice and comfortable for them. So yeah, that's my favourite of these. Gingerbread rope duo. Those guys are on the website. You'll find them on nurturingbynature.co.uk with little smiley faces, looking all Christmassy. But not too Christmassy, but they are very cute with their little painted. And this is nice because all of their detail is sewn in. So you haven't got the risk of your dog picking the eye off. They're not going to be able to do that. He's nice and soft, so those dogs that like to nib into the toys will probably really appreciate that one. So those guys there. So all these are dog toys. None of them are for kids or anything. These are all made for pets, not for people, but the people are the ones that are buying them. So that's why they look cute. And don't worry if your dog destroys it, because that's going to be a natural thing that they do. They're going to enjoy it. So if you know they're going to enjoy doing that, then great. If you're not happy with them doing that, create a toy for them that you don't mind them ruining, like we did the other day, like the snuffled mat. Or you get your towel and you put the treats in the towel and you roll it up, so they will be able to pull that apart without upsetting you because there's fluff everywhere. But I know they love it. They do love it. They really enjoy destroying their toys, don't they? And there's some dogs which are just so well behaved, impeccable with their toys, and they just carry them around and look after them forever. So, yeah, you can go into our all of our stores. You'll find toys in all of those. The dog can choose their own toy. Don't forget, we've got our Christmas Eve boxes. I will be checking on the website to make sure they're alive already, to see if they are alive. There's one more sack that I've got, which we are debating whether or not it should go online. So your feedback would be good on this. Oh, there's some Christmas things for cats. So I've made up a mega sack of treats and things and toys that will be useful for a pet owner. So maybe you've got a friend who's just got a puppy, you're not really sure what to get them. Something like this would be really cool. And it's huge though. And it's got so much in it. But before I get to that, I'm just going to show you these two. So we've got a cat. His name is Fudge, and he absolutely loves his little blue fish. So the same company that make those fish have brought out this guy. He's super cute. Look at him. His name is Ricardo, the avocado. And he's a really good size, actually. He's bigger than the mouse. I think the mouse is about that sort of size. Ricardo avocado. And the other thing they've done for Christmas, they did a sprout as well, but I didn't like the sprout as much. Is this guy? Christmas pudding for cats. So don't despair. Your cats can get in on the Christmas action as well. And these BAM catnip toys, I don't know what is so good about their catnip, but it's amazing. The cats go nuts for it. Absolutely crazy. Fudge will go and find his mouse and he'll bring it out and play with it. That's how much he loves it. So this little guy, I can't decide. What do I get Fudge for Christmas? Does he get the avocado? Or do we get him the pudding? You can let me know in the comments, see what you think. Anyway, going back to the sack. Those are both on our website, by the way, as well. This guy here, this is huge. And I need to clear myself some space because I have created quite a bit of mess here. Story of my life. Just going to move everybody out the way, all the Christmassy bits out the way, so you can have a look and see. And let me know your feedback on this sack to think whether or not it's something we should put out there, because would you buy it? It hasn't got a price yet. I've got a value for the products that are in it, but I haven't actually made up an app that got to the end of it all, of the app, like the biggest price or the price at the end. However, here we go. A giant sack. I mean, this is nice on its own because you can reuse it. That's what I like about all of these things. It's Hessian and it's massive. So in here, we've got absolutely loads. And this is whether we do a couple of these and we do them as prizes over Christmas, or we actually make it a product that you can buy. I'm not sure, but we are thinking about that. So we've got one packet of the dried sprats, 150 grams. Beautiful spratties. Everyone likes them. These are in a nice resealable packet as well, so you can reseal that. What else we've got in here? Cow ears, 5 cow ears, so a full pack of cow ears. Well, there's one cow without an ear there, isn't there? 500 grams of dried meat. Really handy. Like I said before, you can put that in the treats, in the legs, or in the rope parts of it. We've got a handful of sausages. There must be about 20 sausages in there. And more sausages. And we have got bunny rabbit ears. So hairy rabbit ears. These are one of our most popular treats. We've also got this. It's cool. So these toys are great because you can get strips of fleece or strips of fabric, and you can roll the treats inside that and then put it through the holes, and the dog gets to pull the fabric out. So these toys are great. These are also handy because they float. They are floaty toys, and they also vaguely smell of a fruit. Don't know if the dog will be bothered by that, but it might help them to find it, actually, if you throw it. Some Arden Grange liver pate. This is great because it is a lot squishier than some of the other pates you can get on the market, and you can really smoosh this into like a licky mat or a slow feeder. A blinker. This is one of the blinkers that go on the collar. It works when you touch it. You can just leave it on the collar and just turn it to go off. On again. So you can see that one. It's pretty good, actually. They're really good value for money. And you can see that from quite far off. So even if you didn't put that on your dog, you could put it on your child's rucksack for school. So they can be seen at night or in the dark, early mornings. We've got some beef lung cubes. Another really popular product. 100 grams of beef lung cubes. We've also got 200 grams of stinky sticks. There's absolutely loads in here. Still going. We've got a gift pack with a bag and a notepad and a pen of Neptune's Yard in here. So you get an extra bag as well. One of these bags, they're beautiful as well. A whole full-sized tub of Neptune's Yard in there. One of our lovely bags, which is handy when you go into the supermarket. What else do we have? We have a giant toy. So all the toys in these are going to be huge, like this one here. A massive bottle of mulled wine. They will love that. And that's nice for a nice big dog as well. Or a small dog. They're just going to pull it around by this end as well. Does it squeak? I don't think so. There might be a squeaker in there. Doesn't say. However, giant bottle of mulled wine, soft toy, and a slow feeder. I thought there was something else in there as well. Might be another sausage. Hiding. Yes, it is. Another sausage. Right, so this is cool because it's a paw feeder. It's got some grips on the bottom that help to stick it to the floor if you've got a hard surface. And then you've got all these sections, so it makes it a bit trickier for the dog to eat their food because they have to eat in each section. They can't just gulp it and go in one. So this is one of the paw feeders. Really good value for money as well. So instead of having a licky mat, you've got that in there. And you can put treats in there. You can spread raw in there. If you've got a big enough freezer, I imagine this will probably even fit back in the freezer if you wanted to. But it's quite good because this is I've got this part in here, so they have to eat around it. The mini bowls, so you could even put some broth in here if you wanted to, and this will hold all of that as well. So that is the last thing in there. So there's loads and loads of things in this sack. So do we set it up on the website, do you think? Let me know. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Our shops are open all weekend. Good news. Also, for those of you who visit our Upton store, we're actually opening that from 9 o'clock now on a Saturday. So that's doing 9 till 1 instead of 10. So you can get in earlier. You can come and see us earlier. Westmore's is open also on a Sunday. And see us earlier. Westmore's is open also on a Sunday. So that's another thing we've done. We've opened up Westmore's on a Sunday. So we'll see you there on Sunday and Saturday. Saturday is open from 9 till 5. Sunday is 10 till 4. Christchurch is open all weekend as well. That's open 10 till 5, and then 10 till 4. And then we've got Pamp Hill, which is above Wimborne. Christchurch is open Saturday and Sunday. And then our Pamp Hill store is also open Saturday and Sunday. So it's just Upton now that's not open on a Sunday. So hopefully you come and join us this weekend, or come and see us when we have our Pamp Hill late night opening as last November in last Thursday in November. All these things you'll be able to pick up from there as well. We'll be having a bit of a discount on some of the products as well, so come and have a look and join us. And there's 2 late night shoppings. We've got Thursday the 7th as well, 7th of December. So thank you for joining me. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you next week. Take care.